Today I have a question for you. What is the most important part of creating an online course? What is the one thing that you can do to ensure that your online course is a total success? Many people would say, oh, it's creating really good course content, perhaps it's really professional videos, or maybe they would say, oh, it's creating really good downloads or PDFs. Maybe they might say it's writing a killer sales page. It's none of those things. The most important thing you can do for your online course, the thing that will make or break your course and decide whether your course is a success or a failure, is picking the right topic. Hi, and welcome to the Productive Blogging YouTube channel. My name's Eb Gagano, and today we're talking all about how to choose a good topic for your online course, how to choose the perfect topic for your online course, one that is going to guarantee you success. Why is choosing the right topic so important? Why is this the one thing that's going to make the biggest difference? Well, the reason is this. If you create a course that is something that your audience are absolutely desperate for, if you give them information in that course that they really need right now, then they will forgive less than perfect videos. They will forgive less than perfect PDFs and printables. They will forgive you a less than perfect sales page. None of that will matter because they really want what your course is about, and they will do just about anything to get their hands on it. If, on the other hand, you write a course or you create a course on a topic that your audience don't really care about, it doesn't matter how perfectly polished your videos are, it doesn't matter how perfectly written your sales page is, your course just isn't going to sell because your audience just aren't that interested. I studied business at university, and pretty much the first thing I learned in the first marketing textbook I read in the first year of university was the difference between a successful business and an unsuccessful business. An unsuccessful business creates a product and then goes out and tries to find people who want to buy that product. A successful business goes and talks to the people, finds out what they want, and then they go and create that thing, and then they don't even have to try and sell that product because people just want to buy it. People are desperate for it, and exactly the same thing applies to online courses. Okay, that's the theory, but how do you actually do that in practice? I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can find out what your audience want, not just what they want, but what they're desperate for and what they will actually buy from you. Okay, the first thing is have a look at your analytics. Just go into your Google Analytics and check out what are your most popular blog posts. What is in that sort of top 10? Can you spot a theme? Is there anything there that makes you think, oh, okay, I could write a course on that topic and expand on what you've got on your blog. Go deeper, go further into detail. The second way is to listen to your audience. What are they already telling you? What questions do they ask you? Look in your comments, look in your social media, look at your emails. Is there a question that comes up time and time again? Are people always asking you about the same thing? That could be a really good indication that that's something that your audience would be willing to pay for in a course. You could also go into Facebook groups on the topic of your blog. Maybe you have one of your own, or maybe you go into other Facebook groups related to the topic of your blog. Again, just listen. What are people struggling with? What are people asking questions about? What in that group are people asking questions about that you could answer in the form of an online course? The third way is to actively go out and ask your audience what they would like. Now, I don't really recommend that you ask straight out, hi guys, I'm creating a course and I would like to know what topic that you would like that course to be on. Okay, it's just not a great question. People don't tend to give the right answers to that question. People tend to give what they think is the right answer, but maybe deep down isn't really what they want. A much better question is to ask people about what they're struggling with. What are they finding difficult? What are they finding hard? What is their biggest challenge at the moment? Questions like this get really deep into the heart of the matter. They go beyond the head and right into the heart. What is it truly that your audience would be willing to pay for? What is it that they really want to know about? Now, you can ask this question in different ways. You can ask this question in a blog post and invite people to reply with comments. You can ask this on social media. You can definitely ask your email subscribers. In fact, you could turn this into an audience survey if you like. Perhaps include a couple of other questions as well that will help you to get a bit deeper into what they want. For example, you could ask them what they're struggling with, and then maybe a second question could be asking them to elaborate on that a little bit, or asking them what they've already tried. You could also ask in Facebook groups. Again, you could ask in other people's Facebook groups, or if you have your own Facebook group, you can ask in your Facebook group, or even you can ask this question in the members' questions. If you have joined the Productive Blogging Community, which is my Facebook group, then you will have answered a question about what is your biggest struggle with blogging and productivity. I asked that question of everyone who wants to become a member of the Productive Blogging Community. And the reason I asked that question is because it gives me a real insight into what my audience are struggling with, which gives me real insight into what they might want a course on. If you're not yet a member of the Productive Blogging Community and you would like to join, then go to productiveblogging.com/PBC. Okay, so I want to give you an example of how this works in practice. And I'm going to give you the example of my first course that I created. So when I launched productiveblogging.com, I thought that I would probably, my first course would probably be about productivity. I assumed that would probably be what my audience would be most interested in. But I went through this process of looking at my analytics and looking at what my audience were actually telling me, and I realised that wasn't what they wanted at all, or wasn't the thing that was going to be most important to them. So I noticed in my analytics that the posts that were most popular were all about search engine optimization, or SEO. And I noticed also that that was where the majority of my questions were coming. People were asking me questions about keyword research, about cornerstone content, about optimizing their blog and their blog posts. And when I started to ask that question, when I asked that question in my Productive Blogging Community, and when I asked my email subscribers what they were struggling with and what their biggest challenge was, time and time again came back the reply: SEO, search engine optimization, keyword research, all that kind of stuff. And I realized that what my audience were struggling with wasn't productivity. I mean, it is productivity, but the thing that they were struggling with the most was actually search engine optimization. And so I created my first course, SEO Jumpstart, about search engine optimization and helping bloggers do that. And actually, in a funny old way, that is related to productivity, because by doing SEO and doing SEO well, that kind of frees up so much time that you don't need to spend on social media, and it also has much better results for your traffic. So in a funny roundabout way, it is a course about productivity, although obviously it's not called that. It's called SEO Jumpstart. If you're interested in SEO Jumpstart and you'd like to know more about it, head to productiveblogging.com/SEO Jumpstart and you can check out what that course is all about and whether it might be right for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have enjoyed it, I would love you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.